Hello, blinking out. My hair's a mess, but welcome to the stream nonetheless. Who have we got in the chat here? Big ups to whoever's tuning in. I'm very excited for the stream, or at least a part of me is, because football is back. It feels so long since it's been here, you know. I know the international break's been going on, but welcome to the chat, Talsif Hussein. I'm a go-to-one city. What's up, Lewis MCFC as well? But yes, guys, what is up? Big ups to you guys. Alfred, says Rosa. Big ups for the raid. That was 2 hours ago. Oh well. Yeah, but big ups to everyone who's tuning in here today. We are going to obviously be talking about the Bournemouth game. Big game for our season. Not just because it's Bournemouth, but because it's the FA Cup as well. And the FA Cup is our last chance of silverware unless an absolute miracle happens in the Premier League, that is not going to be the case. We're not hinging on miracles. So, blinking heck. Alright, so score prediction for tomorrow, 2-1 City. Currently watching Brighton vs Forest, almost half time, 0-0 right now. Not sure who I'd want out of those. By the way, guess what? Anthony gave Piaz a shout out by accident. Passive is finished. Yes. Why are you copying me? Because I liked it. Well, big ups to you two in the chat, and big ups to everyone else who tunes in. We're going to do our combined 11 in just a moment on who we want to start this Bournemouth. So notifications off. No need for that. Yeah, but let me know if you're excited to see City again. Again, it feels like it's been a while. It has been like 2 weeks, to be fair. We're at Bournemouth's ground, which only makes this game harder. You know, Bournemouth obviously a good team as well. So it's a tough one, really. It's hard to be optimistic considering our season that we've been having. But we'll have a look at it. Apparently Bournemouth are going through a bad patch of injuries at the moment, so maybe there is something to be said there. Maybe we can have a look into that. But yeah, again, let me know your predictions. Let me know who you want to start. Obviously, Tower Seif, I believe, said a 2-1 win. Do we think we can win the FA Cup? I think we can. I don't think it's impossible, but I think it's going to be tough. You know, Villa, Brighton, Bournemouth, they're still ahead of us in terms of teams we're going to need to face. So, you know, we need to stay sharp, take it game by game. You know, it's not impossible, of course not, but yeah, we're gonna take it one step at a time with this team at the moment. Now then, we'll jump straight into goalkeeper. I'm pretty certain it's gonna be Stefan Ortega. I'll be shocked if he doesn't get this game. Right back, I'm going for Rico Lewis. Let me know if you got any objections. If you Man United can win the FA Cup in a bad season, so can we. Bournemouth preview 2.0. Yes, welcome to the stream. How you doing? And 2.0, how do you mean 2.0? Sorry. But big ups, welcome into the chat, lad. Let me know predictions. This is City. Ortega is not even a goalkeeper. He is... we lose an hour of sleep tonight. Yeah, like we're going to need Ortega to actually make dives for difficult shots this game. I wouldn't mind if he actually tried, but sometimes just stands there. Now then, I'm hoping to see Vital Hayes. I'm pretty certain we will. Kind of silly if we don't, to be honest. So yeah, I think we're going to see Vital Hayes in this game. We're still going to have to mark him down as Marquinhos, sadly. Where is he? There we are. But we will get that written and that written. There you go. It's like he's here. Man City, please don't cheese me off tomorrow, especially on Eid Day. Today's the last day of Ramadan, unfortunately. Oh well. Big ups to everyone that's done Ramadan. I don't know tons about it, but yeah, big ups to everyone that's done that. Yeah, hopefully, maybe tomorrow, all the lads that were on Ramadan are feeling extra good tomorrow. Hopefully the Ramadan's done the world of good. To go alongside Vital Hayes, I'm going Ruben Diaz. Going to go pretty strong this game. I suspect Vardio's going to be here. He was in training, thankfully, so I'm going to put Vardio at left back. I think we need to go pretty strong here, but that does not mean I'm not making room for Nico O'Reilly, because I like Nico O'Reilly. I want him in here. Blinking it. I could feel it. I could feel that. When you just feel a sneeze. Awful feeling, but it's done. Nico Gonzalez. Change that to 14. 2-1 Bournemouth repeat. Oh, gosh. Bournemouth are the worst team possible we could have got. Oh, Villa Park would have been bad as well. At Cam. Who are we thinking for attacking midfield? I think it's going to be Phil. Again, this isn't necessarily what I want. I just think I'll throw that out there. I think we're going to see McAtee here. If he's in the squad. And I think we'll see Doku here. And then I think we will see... I would like to see Haaland here, but he hasn't featured. I think he's barely featured in any of the cup games so far. Be more like MCSC Krish. Be more like FIFA and vote and say about 7-0. Marmoush, I don't know, I just feel like Haaland's going to start because he hasn't played football for us in 2 weeks. I know, of course, Blinken. I know, of course, that he played for Norway, but I don't know. I just got a feeling that he'll play this game. Where's Omar Marmoush? Well, in this 11, he's on bench. But if you want to change it, feel free to. This is our predicted 11, not mine. So, what are we thinking? We could put Marmoush here. We could put Marmoush there. We could put Marmoush here. Or if you're really feeling a bit different, we could even put him off the right. But I'd recommend more in this area. So, what are we thinking? Ortega, Kusanov, Diaz, O'Reilly. Reese, Hayes, Gundo, Gonzalez, Marmoush, Doku, Haaland, Foden would be my team. Alright, not bad. I don't know, I don't think Kusanov's going to start at the fullback. I understand that this is like your personal selection there. I do think there's a solid chance O'Reilly starts at the left back. But I think Vardy and Haaland are going to be thrown straight back in it. This is how I would go. Edison, Nunes, Diaz, Kusanov, Vardio. You go Nunes at right back. Nico, Savio, Doku, McAtee, Haaland, Marmoush. So would you go for 2 at top? Or would you go for Marmoush just behind Haaland? I'd like to try to take aspect of both of these. Two striker up front. You're gonna laugh, mate. We ain't doing that. I know it's Euro 11, but yeah, not a chance we ever do that. O'Reilly 100% deserves to play. Yeah, I agree. I'll be so fuming if I don't see O'Reilly. And he literally got us here himself. I know he got 2 goals against Plymouth. Correct me if I'm wrong. If he don't play, it's crazy. O'Reilly's so clearly going to be a good player, and we need to start using him because, oh my lord, it's like we're just sitting on a gold mine. if us selling Nico Riley is like that one meme of like the guy in the mine, right? He's been mining for a while and then he turns away right as he's about to hit diamonds. And that's us with Nico Riley and probably other academy talents too if we're not careful. Hull lost 1-0 to Luton, and now we're 20th, just 3 points above relegation. Oof. Glasgow doing a brilliant job, 10 wins in 13 in 2025. Yeah, one of the on-form sides. It's just brilliant that we're going to be playing them soon. Ah, man, wish us luck, am I right? I want to change this slightly so that we can get some of your guys' suggestions in. I just can't see Kusano starting on right back. I think he's going to go for Rico or Nunes. You know, we'll change Vardio. Put him as Nico. Oh, he was right there, wasn't he? Right, here we go. We'll do this. And we'll make this guy Gundo. You know we are 1 win in 6 apparently, Connect. Soon that could get worse. We are one win in 6 right now. Seriously? So Brighton, Forest, Plymouth. Alright. If we're going off all comps, we're 2 wins in 6. It's not much better. Our 2 wins have been Plymouth and Spurs, draw against Brighton, loss against Forest, win against Plymouth, win against Tottenham, loss against Liverpool, and loss against Madrid. Marmoush has to play surely. Maxi ain't playing, can he? Make squad nowadays. Ferdinand on the right and put Marmoush central. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that. McAtee's like hardly been in the squad, hasn't he? Yeah, I can agree with that. I would love for this to be Oscar Bob on that right wing, but it's not going to happen. They're going to risk him. But what I will say is if Oscar Bob is rearing to go and he's ready, like he's fully fit and ready to go, I think Oscar Bob should play. All right then, I think that's reasonable. I think that's pretty realistic. You know, maybe a couple of tweaks will happen in the actual game. Like for example, you could see Nunes here, or maybe Vardio will play here. And Nico Riley will go in the midfield, or maybe Kovacic is going to be in the midfield and Bernardo Silva will make his way on, or maybe Savio is going to play at the left, or maybe Haaland will get given the rest and Phil Foden will play at the cam, or De Bruyne is going to play at the cam, and we're going to see Marmoush on the left and Savini off the right. So many different outcomes we could have for this game, isn't it? Now then, I actually do want to have a look at something, because from what I'm hearing, I heard earlier this week about something, and I want to check it out. Apparently Bournemouth have got like bad injuries at the moment, but from what I'm looking here, is that loaned in or loaned out? Oh wait, no, that's just a player that's recently joined. So this guy's injured. 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 You see, I'd be excited about that, but they've still got this guy who's going to go to a big club in the summer because he's that good. They've still got this guy who's gone up in market value, so he's obviously pretty good. Their keepers are absolutely fine. Midfield is absolutely fine, so they've probably got more energy than us there, especially Justin Kluivert. Semenyo, who's just been cooking for Bournemouth this season, he's absolutely fine. Yeah, this injury crisis, I don't know where I heard it, but yeah, their injuries are not that bad. Is this your team? You wouldn't play Marmoush? No, I mean I would gladly play Marmoush. I would gladly play Marmoush. I'm just not sure what we're going to play. I was going for more what I think Pep's going to go for. But I do want to play. I do want to see this more. Marmoush behind Haaland. Blink an Eck. It worked against Newcastle, and it didn't do too bad against Brighton. Just give it a go. Why not? Keep going. Yeah, but injuries are essentially fine. I don't even know how crucial these guys have been for them. I know Sinisterra is not too bad. Two fullbacks being injured for them in the same area is not great. And I don't really know how good this guy's been for them this season. But the fact that these two have just gone up in market value probably means they're not doing too bad, to be honest. 15 wins in 31. Oh, it's so bad, man. Even when we've been on the up, it just smells, doesn't it? It absolutely stinks. Gonna have a look at training images. Grealish, Phil, Bernardo, Nunes. Sergio Aguero, departure was announced 4 years ago today. 4 years ago is crazy. It don't feel like that. It really don't. More training images. Nunes, Diaz, Marmoush, Vardiol. Good. Vardiol is in training. I did hear that he was. There's Haaland and Vital Hayes. There's Grealish as well. Alright, good. Kusanov, Marmoush, and Echeverry. At some point, you have to bloom and play Oscar Bob. You can't just keep going and wait and see. He has to play at some point. Yeah, I agree. We can't just keep waiting for Bob. Like Luke said on the show last night, we can't bubble wrap him. At some point, we just got to play. Does Foden deserve to start? I mean, this season he's not been. Oh wow! Are they suspended? That's huge. Wow, that's actually really good. That is actually amazing. Thank the Lords. They've praised us for the day. All right, that's good because this guy's like their best defender this season, and this guy's going to get a big move in the summer, I suspect. So yeah, that's pretty good for us. Does Foden deserve to start? Probably not, to be honest. But I mean, you could argue a lot of these guys shouldn't be wearing the shirt this season. That's mainly what I think is going to happen. I think Phil Foden will get the start. Don't know why. It's just smelling that way. Pure gut feeling, to be honest. Maybe it's not what I would do. I'd probably go Savinho if it was me. But, yeah. This is how it is. Just scrolling, seeing if we got any sort of news. Oh, apparently we've entered the race to sign Hugo Larsson from Frankfurt. Someone actually knows our boy Marmoush might be able to thread the balls to him. He's 20 years old, so pretty young. Apparently it costs like 60 million for us to get him out. He's on 7 goal contributions this season in 37 appearances. Not bad. To be fair, he's still young as well. I do think Man City will win FA Cup or Villa. Palace have a chance, but depends on their semi-final opponent. Yeah, there are some good teams left in this competition. A lot of people. I've seen some people saying that it's very much in a certain team's favour. Not even going to say us, because I've seen some people say, "Oh, this is going to be a Palace win" or whatever. But Palace, good team. Fulham, I know they've just gone out to Palace, but a good team. Brighton and Nottingham Forest, who are currently battling it out, both good sides. Villa, they probably got the best draw they could have, playing against Preston. But Villa, very good team, Champions League this season in the quarterfinals, playing against Real Madrid or PSG, can't remember. Bournemouth taking on City. There are some good teams left in it. It's not like they're like bottom of the league teams. Do I agree with your Bob comment? I'm gonna guess it's this one, but yeah, I agree. You can't just bubble wrap. You can't bubble wrap. If it was my team, if this was my team, and if the medical guy said to me, "Bob is fit and ready, he can play this game," I am playing him this game. But I'm also playing Echeverry. I'm probably being a bit naive. With my managing, you probably wouldn't want me at the helm at Man City, but blinking heck, I would just give it a go. I would just give it a go. I can't believe we've already done 25% of 2025. Why, I don't know. I can't believe this season's almost over, to be honest. This season, despite it being so poor, I feel like it's gone so fast. It feels wild to me that we've got less than 10 games in the Premier League. It feels like just yesterday we beat Chelsea 2-0. I'd start Foden because he can finish. Savinho finishing in a knockout game will really annoy me. Yeah, that's a fair point. Out of Savinho and Foden, if I wanted them to be going in one-on-one on goal and picking Phil every time, I'm afraid. I just don't trust Savinho in front of goal. Get him on a shooting training course, man. Honestly, please get him on something to help him get that finishing locked down. Because I'm telling you, he gets that finishing locked down if he can actually curl balls in top corners, and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind it as much if he was making goalies pull worldy saves, but some of them are just going sky high. He's gotta get someone helping him. Maybe put him on a course of Haaland or something. Put him on what Haaland's got. We were losing an hour of sleep tonight. Oh man, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't even know what to expect tomorrow. A part of me wants to think City will be back. International break has changed us. Pep's got a plan, but I don't even know. I really don't. Seeing if we got any news. Big ups to Pep, by the way. Bigging up Kusanov. Kusanov, a player that got given a chance and he ended up being class. So, there you go. By the way, big ups to Pep saying that City won't be getting a bonus if we win Club World Cup or anything like that. We shouldn't get one if we win FA Cup, by the way. Don't deserve one. Absolutely. They earn enough money as it is to be playing how bad we have been this season. They earn enough money as it is. They do not deserve a free Rolex at the end of it all. Absolutely not. Oliver Glasner, by the way, 10 wins in 13 games. He seems to just cook second half of the season. Yeah, I remember he was kind of struggling a little bit, if my memory recalls, earlier this season, and he was kind of a little bit under question, but now he's been cooking, to be fair, on great form. 3-0 win versus Fulham. Looking at Palace played a friendly recently. Okay. 1-0 win versus Ham Chem in a club friendly. That's cool. 1-0 win versus Ipswich, 3-1 versus Millwall, 4-1 versus Villa. Can't be understated. 2-0 versus Fulham, 2-1 loss versus Everton, 2-0 versus Doncaster, 2-0 versus United, 2-1 loss against Brentford, 2-0 win versus West Ham, 2-0 win versus Leicester, 1-0 win versus Stockport, 1-1 against Chelsea, 2-1 versus Southampton, 0-0 against Bournemouth, 5-1 defeat to Arsenal, and a 3-2 defeat to Arsenal, 3-1 win, 2-2 draw. That's against us. Yeah, in general, they've just been on pretty good form. And this is the time to get on good form, in the back end of the season. I better see Claudio in the squad at least. Genuinely, he must be doing something awful to not be. What reason is he not in the squad? Genuinely. Don't get me wrong, if he's absolutely clapped, absolutely fine. If he's awful at football and all the highlights are tricked us, fine. but he's not played a minute in blue for us. I don't even know if he's played for the EDS. Like, how are we judging this guy, man? I'm sorry, but he's got to at least be on the bench. I'm begging. I'm just praying that he's at least on the bench. I would start him if it was me, but that's if it was me. But look, I think I'm going to call it here. Big up to everyone who's tuned in. If you don't know why, it's because clocks go forward. But look, thank you all. I really think it's important to end the season well for momentum too. Yeah, we need a good finish to this season. Last thing you want to be thinking is losing the FA Cup final was the last thing you did this season, or getting battered on final day, or getting grouped in the FIFA Club World Cup. Okay, whichever one of those. By the way, one of those did happen to us last season, and that's why our season's been this bad, because we lost at Man United in the FA Cup. Of course, it's not that. There's obviously more at play, but there you go. We've got to perform against Bournemouth. It's got to be a top performance. Bournemouth are a very good team, even with some players being out, like Kirkes and Hewson, and name whoever else. Bournemouth are a good team. They've got a top coach in Iraola. Apparently, he could be going to Spurs. I hope he doesn't. Apparently, they've got him on their list. But I'm sorry, why would Iraola even go to Spurs if he gets to European football? I wouldn't. But look, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support. As per usual, we're back tomorrow with a watch-along, of course, on this game. Part of me is glad, but part of me is nervous as well, because we all know what City are like. So look, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in the next one.